So earlier this afternoon, I was on the phone with one of my clients, and she's going through this mini boot camp series that I am running right now. And it's basically where you get 3 one-on-one sessions with me, and we're actually covering specific things in each section. Absolutely powerful, phenomenal. And today was session 1, where we talk about mindset. And what I want to do is I want to talk about some of the things that we were talking about. And so I want to cover 4 things on this video today. I want to cover number 1, the importance of sustainability. And number 2, I want to talk about embracing and what that means. And number 3, I want to talk about mastery. What does that mean? And then 4, I'm going to close out this video with a really powerful story. All right. So let's dive in. But before I dive into this, though, I want to mention one thing here. If you yourself need to lose weight, I am going to tell you, it cannot be about going on a diet. Repeat after me. It cannot be about going on a diet. Say that again. It cannot be about going on a diet. Ever again. The key is to change out of that mindset. Because, anybody can go out there and lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, but how many people do you know have been able to keep that weight off? Okay. That's what a diet does, literally, without going into a lot of details around it. Diets are literally keeping you in a system that just keeps you coming back for more and more and more. You're on a hamster wheel and you keep going around and around. You keep dropping the pounds and then you keep gaining them. You drop them and then you come back here and you gain them. Now you need to drop them again. And you're constantly going back around and around and around and around and around. Diets are literally the definition of insanity. Okay. If you're going to do all that work to lose the weight, why not doing it in a way that's sustainable? And why not do it in a way that produces more long-lasting results? So anyhow, I just had to preface that because so many people, they just approach it, they're like, oh, it's time for me to go on a diet again. Oh, I just need to lose this weight. You guys. And that's what I want to speak to today, the importance of sustainability. Okay, it's important that you first approach your journey in a way that is sustainable. That's what I did. That's exactly why I've been able to keep my weight off for 6+ years now. It's because I approached my journey in a way that was sustainable. And see, what happened is each change, each habit that I adapted, each habit that you adapt, each change that you make, those must be sustainable for the long haul. Now, when I'm speaking long haul, I am literally not talking about 3 to 4 months. That's the diet mindset. What I am talking about is you must think the long term, long haul, so about a year or 2. And really, it's just a metaphor, the year or 2. It may not take that long, but I want you thinking that way. And the reason why I want you thinking that way is because I guarantee you that if you continue thinking that way and you stay consistent with the sustainable changes and the habits that you're adapting in there and you make them sustainable for the long haul, I guarantee you that they're going to have enough time and opportunity to sink in and become part of who you are and automatic. Now, I want to ask the question here. Did you just catch what I said there in the end there? Did you just catch that? Sustainable for the long haul, long enough for them to what? Sink in and become part of who you are and automatic. You guys, if you hear nothing else from me on this video, I want you to hear that. That is the key and core philosophy of what I teach. That is one of the keys and cores of what mastery weight loss is all about. Weight loss the way it's supposed to be. Okay, that is so vitally crucial that you get that. That is why it can no longer be about a diet anymore. That is why it must be sustainable for the long haul. Because then once you reach your weight goal, you guys, once you reach it, you're going to be able to sustainably stay there because you've changed up here. You think differently. You've created new neural pathways that are now there serving you and serving the ultimate health and weight goals you want. That's the key. All right, moving on. Embracing. The journey also must be about embracing. This is so vitally and crucially important. Crucially, is that a word? I don't know. Maybe it is now because I just created it. um, it must be about embracing. And what do I mean by embracing? Well, your journey is not going to be linear. It's not going to be just a path and it's like, I'm just going to lose the weight and it's just going to fall off and it's going to be all happy and glorious and wonderful. And I'm going to live in a land with pink bunnies and unicorns. And it's just going to be flowers and roses everywhere. It's going to be easy. No, your journey is going to have its ups and it's going to have its downs and it's going to have its valleys. You're going to have your flat tires. You're going to have those horrible plateaus that drive you absolutely nuts and play with your headspace and everything else. All of that's going to happen. What you get to do is walk right into that, embracing it. Walk right into that, expecting that those things are going to happen through your journey. And then what you get to do is you get to learn from it, grow from it, get stronger, get wiser. You guys, there's so much power in that because that's where the transformation up here happens, okay? Mentally and psychologically. Are you getting the point I'm driving home here? Mastery. You get to literally master your journey. Mastery, weight loss, that is what it's about. It's about mastering, striving for mastery. Striving for mastery is one of the 7 parts of my framework that I use when I'm with clients and teaching them. And it basically means mastery is different than conquering it. With mastery, you get to own that. That is yours. And that's what it gets to be about, mastering that, mastering your food choices, letting go of what no longer serves you, owning your journey, mastering it one step at a time, freeing yourself from the matrix food system and big food corporations that are keeping you sick, stuck, and overweight. Mastery, striving for mastery in your journey, owning it. It's not something you're conquering, it's something you're now owning. Okay, lastly, I want to end with this story. Oh my gosh, and I love this story, and it was on my heart to really share it today. I wasn't going to share it with my client today just for time purposes, but I went ahead and went over my session with her and I shared this story, and I'm glad I did. Because now it's part of the curriculum of my boot camp. And this is just such a powerful story. So this story talks about 2 different mindsets. You've got the fixed mindset and you've got the growth mindset. Okay, the fixed mindset, this is a person that thinks that they only have a certain amount of skills and talents, and anything beyond that is just not reachable for them. So in other words, the concept of learning new skills, the concept of growing into an ability or a new skill just doesn't occur to them. Their mindset is very fixed. So in other words, if they see a test that's really, really challenging, they don't see the test as something that they can learn to pass. They see the test as something that's not achievable. Now, the growth mindset person goes into every challenge. They know that they have the ability to grow. They know how they have the ability to acquire new skills just by learning and growing and getting wiser and all of that. They know that. So they walk right into those challenges, expecting them and embracing them. They grab onto that opportunity to learn, grow. They realize that you can acquire new skills. You can learn new things. You can get better at X, Y, and Z. Okay. So just giving you a preface of the 2 different mindsets there. Now, here's the story, and I'm going to end with this. So let's start with the all or nothing fixed mindset person. All right. and I'm reading directly from my notes here. Let's say that the first 4 days of your journey goes well and strong. And then on the 5th day, you have a crazy day. And then you have a weak moment and you decide to order out for pizza and you end up eating a half to 3/4 of a large pizza. Later that evening, that decision begins to weigh on you. But then you decide, whatever, it was a bad choice. And you choose to get back up and continue to move forward. Now, let's say another 6 days go by and you're moving along well. But then on the 7th day, you have another weak moment. Now, the all or nothing fixed mindset person then says, dang, I broke my streak again. This is just not working. I'm done. I'm going to start again at a later time, maybe after X, Y, and Z happens, and I'll begin again and I'll be able to do it. All right. Let's flip this. Let's look at this from a different angle. Let's take a look at the no matter what mindset, the growth mindset person. All right. Now, using the same numbers and examples we just used, looking from a different angle, let's say within a total of 30 days, you fell off the horse one more time. So now that's a total of 3 times you've fallen off the horse. Now, let's say that over a total of 60 days, you fell a total of 5 times. So that's now a total of 5 times you've fallen over 60 days. But each time you get right back up and you say, it's okay. I'm going to keep going. I will get stronger and I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to put some other things into place so that this doesn't happen so often. I'm going to keep going. What the all or nothing fixed mindset person misses is that over the course of 60 days, they only fell 5 times. Listen carefully, you guys, which means that is 55 days that they were successful and did not fall. You see, the no matter what growth mindset person learned and got stronger each time they fell off that horse, each time they had the weak moment. And the all or nothing fixed mindset person missed so much treasure and valuable growth and learning. And all they're looking at really is every time they fail, every time they fell off that horse. Okay. So what you have to remember is that in every circumstance, in every trial and everything, you also have a choice. Remember that you can either be a victim of those circumstances and give up and just wallow in them and let the circumstances control you, or you can choose a different path out. You can choose to pivot. You can choose to learn. You can choose to grow. You can choose to get better. You can choose to get wiser. That is what you get to do in your journey to better health and to your weight goal. And one last thing that I will remind everybody here that's listening to this video. It's not necessarily about arriving at your goal. That will happen. But it's not necessarily about that. The journey's not over there. You will continue to learn. You will continue to grow just like I have. I've kept my weight off for 6+ years now, but during these last 6 years, I've learned so much and I've made other adjustments in my own life. So that is my message to you today. Those are the things that I wanted to impart to you today. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or evening, depending on what time of day you're listening to this and where you are in the world. And I will talk to you on the next one.